All right, folks, we have another Health Haven podcast, and today we have martial artist and model and founder of Creation Fit, GiuliniWever. G, how's it going?
Good. How are you? How's
Very
everything
good.
going on?
Appreciate you doing this. Um, I guess my first question is first and foremost, right? When I look at your Instagram, you're all over the world, like week to week. Where are you from originally?
So, yeah, I'm originally from Curacao, which is a Dutch island in the Caribbean. I was born and raised there.
Okay.
And then I moved to New York, Brooklyn, New York, when I was about 10 years old.
And
so
why?
I lived
Let's
in
go.
New York.
Yeah.
Yes. So I lived a little bit in New York, and then I moved to New Jersey, and I lived out there and went to school out there, graduated from William Patterson University out in New Jersey, and then I moved out to LA to pursue my dreams and ambition and everything else that I'm working for right now, so out in LA.
Now, what was the initial dream, right? Because the dream I see, like, you started off with martial arts. Did that come first, or did the modeling come first?
So my father is actually an 8th-dan grandmaster in Taekwondo.
Oh, wow.
So I basically was born and raised in a martial arts household. So I started doing martial arts when I was probably about 2 years old.
Okay.
To be more committed in the martial arts world, I probably started when I was about 4 or 5, when I started, like, with my uniform and everything, and went to my mom would drop me off at my dad's school in the island, when we used to live out there.
Okay.
So martial arts always been my passion in terms of, like, I was kind of born into it, so my father kind of put me into it,
Right.
but I've never realized the importance of it until now, like now that I'm older, and how it's gotten me in so many, doors in Hollywood, so martial arts is definitely number one, and then from there it just grew into an acting and modeling, and now I have my own Creation Fit personal training business, so which is amazing.
Now,
That's how it started.
Your dad being a badass black belt, was it hard to bring boyfriends over, because they must have been petrified to come over?
Yeah, so I live in a very strict household, so you can even imagine having a father at 8th-dan grandmaster. Yeah, I don't think I was allowed to bring any boys over until I was probably over 21 years old, and about that time I moved out. So
you timed it right.
And that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish my education here at William P, and then I'm gonna move to California and just follow my dreams and passion in the entertainment industry, and that's when I moved out. So that's when I can actually say that I had a boyfriend.
Nice.
To my father.
So you moved out to Cali, right? What happened next?
Correct.
After you moved out to Cali? You get there and it's like you hear the cliche. I packed up, I went to Hollywood, and then what?
Yeah, so when I first came to Hollywood, I thought I was going to be able to make it in literally 1 month. I was like, I've always been super ambitious, and I've always, had a vision in terms of what I want to accomplish, and okay. I would go and actually accomplish it in terms of everything that I've always dreamed of in my life.
Okay.
So I've had an accomplishment. I had a vision as well in terms of, like, moving out here in LA. I'm like, I'm going to go out there and make it in Hollywood in 1 month, and this is what I'm going to give myself. I'm going to go out there with $2,000 that I saved in my bank account. And here I am. So I moved out, and I realized that it wasn't that easy.
Right.
LA is definitely not an easy city to make it right away. You definitely have to know your in and outs of the business in terms of everything. So learn it and apply it, and then take the action for it. So it's been about, what is it now? 2008 I moved out here. So we're in 2017.
Okay.
It's been, 9 years that I lived out here. So it's been a process. It's been a process, but it's an amazing, amazing journey, and can't be any more thankful for the journey that I was able to live out here. So yeah.
Tell me, so far, the pros and cons of being out there, because what's interesting is that we all go follow our dreams, whatever that's going to be, and then there's certain points in our lives we come to maybe a roadblock or some situations that we weren't really prepared for. What have you seen that's actually made you grow in terms of your career?
What have I seen that made me grow in terms of my career? So many things, so many different elements. You just have to make sure that you have a vision and whatever it is, if it's acting, modeling, training, fitness, whatever it is that you love and passionate about, and just literally find everything about that passion and just really surround yourself with that passion,
Right.
whatever it takes for you, because you're going to meet a lot of people out here that are not what they say they are.
Right.
And they're going to be as you. They're going to be as you. And they're going to only want things for themselves. And they're not looking out for you. So you have to look out for yourself. But the way I feel like I'm such a, living in a martial arts home, I'm such a, how do you say, I'm like such an honest person, to be, to be clear. I'm such an honest person in terms of how I walk that it's very hard for me to like, mooch out of, you know what I'm saying? Mooch, how do you say that? Like take from people kind of thing. Like I'm just, I'm not that person at all. I'm far from that. So I'm not a leecher, basically. So what it is, like I have a work ethic. If you have a work ethic and you have determination, you have drive, you have passion, you have love, you have consistency, you have dedication, discipline, all the above. If you apply all of that and really learn how to walk through this journey, that it's not going to be an easy battle, basically, to attain, you will make it.
Yeah.
You just can't give up. So I think just me having my vision and knowing everything that I've accomplished even before I moved to LA, and now that I'm in LA and everything I've accomplished now being out here, it's just being consistent and just surrounding yourself with the right people. And you will find the right people. You will attract the right people, and having that support system and that team of people behind you as well to push whatever project that you're working on as well, forward.
Yeah.
So
and I think
you can't do it by yourself.
Yeah, and I think you got to give your dad full credit for in implementing and installing that discipline in you, even as a child, because I think that's the building blocks of anything you go through in life.
Yeah, I'm very, very thankful for that, because, like I said, when I was little, I didn't acknowledge that at all,
Sure.
But now that I'm older, and a little more wiser, of course, thank God, I can definitely see that, wow, like he definitely created that platform for me, and I'm very lucky to have that,
Absolutely. Now, how have you transitioned that fitness and that discipline early on into what you founded, which is Creation Fit?
So yeah, Creation Fit is my fitness company, and it's all based on applied functional, transformational training meets martial arts. So it's a combination of functional training exercises. I'm not sure if I can give you guys a little bit of detail about what functional exercises are. It's just basically how the body moves, in three-dimensional planes of motion.
Correct.
In everyday, how your body moves in everyday life. So it's applying workouts that pertains to that. Plus my martial art, I'm a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo, so I'm able to also apply some of my martial arts added to the functional training program. And I'm also been boxing for a couple of years now, maybe past more, maybe like 5 years now. So I'm also able to coach people in boxing, and I apply all of the different arts that I know, and the functional training. I apply all in that one, and I make that one program. So obviously, every client is different and unique, and everybody wants they have different goals and needs. So I'm also catering to all of that as well. But Creation Fit was basically created where bodies are created, and my mentor Justin Gelman, who's a top trainer in the world, he actually was able to let me do this. So he was able to open up the space, that I'm able to okay, I can create from nothing. I can create from this.
Sure.
So I'm very thankful for, my mentor in terms of that. And I was able to go to the school called the Great Institute for Functional Transformation School, which is in Michigan.
Okay.
And it's amazing. It's super empowering. It teaches you how to, obviously have transformation through function. And it's just incredible. And I've learned so much with this, with this education, that I'm able to pass it down to my clients and to, share it with the world. So
I think that's what I love most about this industry, especially when you run across genuine people who have different types of backgrounds when it comes to the fitness world. I run a parallel to MMA, right? And I've said this before.
Mm-hmm.
If you come in with just boxing skills to a UFC match, you're probably going to get tore up by like the guy who comes in with the jiu-jitsu background, the wrestling background, the boxing skills, and the kicking skills. And I like the well-rounded approach to fitness. So it's not just boxing, it's not just kickboxing, it's not just hit training, it's not just calisthenics. It's all of that, and it's a personal thing for each client. I love it.
Correct.
Yeah, I love that. I
Yes,
love that
correct,
blend. I love
correct.
that blend. And functional is, I guess it's becoming like a trendy term now. Everyone's, jumping on like, it's functional. But what you're doing has been functional for your life. It has always been
Exactly.
functional, and you could use your background until you're 80, 90. It is the
Exactly.
definition of functional, really.
Yeah, and I'm here like in terms of fitness, and my clients and my business. I'm here to enhance your life,
Right.
in every way that I can, and
Right.
that's functional. You just know how to be functional, like in your everyday life, and this is the kind of exercises I create from nothing, basically, in terms of per individual,
Yep.
and it's to enhance your life so we prevent injuries from happening, and that's my goal.
Right.
And that's like basically what I attain to do every day, basically with my clients. So
it's much more than aesthetics. I tell my clients, I try to preach as much as possible. Aesthetics will go, and I'll be 42 in a couple of weeks. Aesthetics will go. It happens to everybody. But what can you take from your workouts functionally? Tensile strength, being able to train in every plane and not hurt yourself. Just having a mental awareness of your body and space, and then having the ability to daily create endorphins, so you don't have to like get on antidepressants and stuff like that. So much bigger. So much bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Preventative care here, that's what we want. And
Yes.
Like we said, like preventative care, injury free, and exercises that are functional, martial arts for self-defense.
Yep.
And empowerment and confidence and discipline, all of the above. And nutrition as well. Nutrition
Absolutely.
is, plays a huge factor in this. And, that's one of the biggest things that also I talk to my clients about in terms of, what type of food to eat and stuff like that. But that's a whole nother topic. I mean, that topic can go on for days, but it's just a huge part of fitness is nutrition, lifestyle, living this lifestyle, choose this lifestyle, whichever that works for you.
It's not a 30-day diet. It's a lifestyle. And once you can really absorb that, you'll be in a much better place, because you'll know, like, oh, I'm not getting. A lot of people come to me and they're like, well, it's March, so Elliot, you're gonna have me right for May, right? And I'm like, I don't know if that's really what you want to do long term. Like, aesthetics is a piece of it. Just looking a certain way is a piece of it, but it's a marathon. It's a lifelong marathon.
It's a lifestyle, yeah, and like and then they have to be able to enjoy the journey.
Yes.
Clients have to be able to enjoy the journey with this. Like
Absolutely.
you were saying, like, it might work in 3 months. We don't know. It really depends on you as a person if you are able to, actually live within the rules of this lifestyle.
Right.
And we're also playing a game here. It's playing a game of whatever we choose to call it. And it's just, does it work? Does it not work? Everyone's different, and there's a lot of factors that can prevent it from not working, and there's a lot of factors that can actually make it work.
Absolutely.
And it's just finding those factors that make it work.
Absolutely.
A workability world is what we're looking for.
And I've seen that in every section of the fitness industry as well, when it comes to bodybuilding and just adding resistance and just going all out. I've seen people tear pec muscles. I've seen CrossFit people who have blown out their knees doing insane stuff. Now that's not to say in each realm there's just bad stuff, but like you said, I don't know if we even know as a population what are the best things long term. We're all trying to figure it out. And going back to nutrition, I think genetics are going to play a big part of that in the future, where we find out we have individual needs nutrition-wise on the macronutrition level, the micronutrition level, and our genetics is going to give us a whole new game plan, a new blueprint of this whole nutrition.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, genetics, combination of how you say that word? Metabolism.
Yep.
I can't even think about the word. I'm sorry. I literally speak 4 languages, and sometimes I think in my first language, and I just can't think about the word in English. So I'm like, okay. So, like you said, genetics, like blood types play a major role. Also, metabolism.
Yep.
You know how your body metabolizes food. Your liver, if it's not detoxified enough, or if it's if your liver is overworked, you know what I mean? Obviously, it can't digest, or
Correct.
it can break down, or all of those kind of elements as well. So it's just a whole lot of factors.
Yeah, and science is just
people
trying to
don't
catch
realize that it's more than one thing.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
not just working out. Working out is amazing. If you can put that, you can fit that in your schedule. You can actually make that time for that. That's amazing. That's definitely going to help you maintaining. However, it's the other side of things, which is the nutrition, the life, the lifestyle in general.
So what other projects are you currently working on right now?
Currently working right now. Honestly, right now I'm like a clear slate in terms of uncertainty.
Okay. I like that.
It's so hard sometimes, because sometimes I have to get ready for like Reebok next week, or I'm shooting the Reebok Combat line for fall and for winter, or for summer, or for spring.
Okay.
So I'm also like, besides having my clients in my business, and also preparing for shoots, and then there's times that I have roles that are being offered to me that I have to study for and get ready for, and all this stuff. This week I actually don't have anything that I'm currently working on in terms of a project, because I don't know until I can literally have a phone call today after this phone call,
right
and
after
be like,
this.
hey, yeah, that's the thing. Like, so sometimes those it's uncertainty in terms of that. But I mean, right now, like a little bit later on, I have a couple of clients I have to train, and then I'm just done for the day, But I don't really have anything that I'm really currently working on. But like I said, like I just shot this thing for Pop Sugar last week for Wonder Woman, Empowerment Movement. Yep. Yeah. So, and then I shot a movie a couple of weeks ago. I played a warrior princess. Is it a warrior princess? It's a warrior. Whatever, a warrior. Some warrior, okay?
What was the name of the movie?
I played a warrior. It's called The Tower of Silence.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure. I think it should be released this year, sometime this year.
Okay, we're gonna be looking out for that.
They're done with it.
Absolutely.
So I play a warrior in there, and then there's a couple of things that are in the works, but I'm not confirmed yet with anything. So I'm playing in the uncertainty.
Yeah, you know what? Uncertainty in life is a good thing. There's balance, and there's things that are just like linear, and then there's also chaos, and then the chaos is fine too. Not knowing what's going to happen, I think that's fine. It's part of balance. Yeah,
and it's just my business too. It keeps me really busy with clients, and it's like a whole nother life there. And then it's like acting, and then modeling when I'm shooting, like I was saying to you. And then I kind of came back from this week. It was my mother's birthday in Texas. I went to visit them, so I'm in that, you know what I mean? When you come back, you can't even think further. You're like, wait a second, let me catch back with myself. I need to recharge.
You probably don't know what time zone you're in right now.
Yeah, so I'm like, I need to recharge. And then, so today I'm kind of recharging a little bit. So it's perfect timing to actually do this podcast with you.
Absolutely.
And then I'm just going to go back and train a few people later on, and tomorrow's a new day.
Recharge is great. All right, you know what? Before we get out of here, because I've taken enough of your time, before we get out of here, can you give everyone listening all your websites and all your social media handles so they can follow you?
Yeah, sure. So you can follow me at GiuliniWever, which is GiuliniWever, and I'll just be posting my my current projects that I'm working on, and some travel fun things, and some empowering quotes and all of the above. And then I also have my fitness page, which I'm building as well right now. It's called Creation Fit LA.
Okay.
At Creation Fit LA, and there I'll be posting some of my clients' transformation, and also some exercise tips and fitness tips and nutrition tips. If you guys are interested in that. And then also Giulini J. Wever on Facebook, and that's my official Giulini J. Wever page. You can follow me there as well. And then also have a website for creationfit.com. So if anybody wants to train or get a personal training 101, or just ask me any questions, feel free to email me on that website as well. It's creationfit.com.
Perfect. So. All right, folks. This has been another healtHaven podcast. lucky enough to have GiuliniWever on. Gee,
thank you.
Thanks a lot for doing this. I hope you could recharge and you should be all right in a couple of hours.
Yeah. Thank you.